Ray, stop playing with Green Lantern.
Sorry.
Welcome.
Hello, yes. Over the last few weeks, we've been looking at a lot of high-end statues.
We have.
Those that you may have to save for. So we thought we'd take a look at something within everyone's reach this week.
This is the first batch of the New 52 statues, right, Aaron?
Yeah, that's right. There's been a lot of action figures released, but Kotobukiya have jumped on this opportunity to celebrate the new looks and costumes to familiar characters of the relaunched titles to bring you these ArtFX Plus statues. First to be released are the members of the Justice League. They're all 1/10 scale, which equates to about 7.5 inches. They're all sculpted by the master artist Gutaru Takeuchi, otherwise known as 8-Layer Bamboo. The characters were modelled from the Jim Lee and Scott Williams cover of Justice League, the New 52, issue number 1. So we have the first 3 released here today. These guys are all within the $50 price point. They're all sculpted in a very stoic pose, and they're all sporting an electrified paint job, which I really like because it makes the figures pop.
Yeah, now all the bases are quite simple, but they're also magnetic, which gives a really nice stability to each character.
Yeah.
Now, not everybody is going to want every single one,
No.
unlike us. So let's take a look at each character individually.
Great idea. Let's start with Supes. He stands in a classic heroic pose, his feet spread apart and his fists held tensely at his sides. The intense look on his face captures the Kryptonian's focus and drive, while his sculpted muscles appear through his new textured suit. The figure also sports the new tech belt and boots. Sonya?
He looks a little bit like Superboy from Young Justice in my eyes.
Yes.
Somewhere in between, Superman and Superboy. The black S on the back of his cape there is quite an interesting choice. I think some fans are going to like it, some fans maybe not so much.
Yeah, I also think he's a little on the slender side. I would have liked him to be just a little broader across the chest. And I'm not so sure about the candy apple red of the boots. I thought they could have toned down a little bit on that, just to sort of, I don't know, match that of the cape as well. Also, his face looks very anime-like. So I'm going to have to give this one a borrow.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Look, overall, I think he looks pretty good, but he doesn't quite do it for me, so I'm going to give him a borrow as well.
Okay, great.
Let's move on to Mr. Green Lantern here.
The Green Lantern stands with his right fist raised, ready to unleash his ring's energy. Kotobukiya's comprehensive details include the ring-generated New 52 style suit, including the shoulder pad-like armor and, of course, the logo on his chest. The electric green really suits the Green Lantern. It's as though the power of the ring is emanating through him and his suit as he's standing there.
Yeah.
Although, looking at him and Supes, I find them both similar in their shape and their stance, and also the shape of the head and the expression, and even the wind-swept hair is also very similar. But I've figured out what it is. Obviously, there was a southeasterly blowing the day of the shoot.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
So, this particular figure I'm going to give a borrow as well. I really like him.
Yeah, look, I really like him as well. I think the body shape on this guy suits a little bit more than Superman's.
Yes.
But I really, really love the detail on the ring, that the light green around the ring kind of gives it that glow and that emanating
nice
power. It's a really nice detail. I really like Green Lantern. I'm going to give him a buy.
All right, let's go on to the Flash.
Absolutely.
The Scarlet Speedster looks ready to run, cracking his knuckles in anticipation. The New 52 costume maintains the character's traditional red and yellow color scheme, but updates it with a bold new lightning bolt logo and intricate energy lines running all over his suit. Now, I like the subtle lightning details through the suit, and just like the Green Lantern, this metallic paintwork really suits the Flash's character.
Totally.
I'm impressed with the head on this figure, and I also like the little wings as well on the side. They look really cool. The little engravings on the boots to indicate speed and the gold color of the boots really set this figure alight. The Flash definitely gets a buy from me.
Yeah, look, I gotta say, out of the 3 that we have here today, the Flash is probably my favourite.
Yeah, he's cool.
There's something about him, the way he's cracking his knuckles, it's a bit cheeky, he's goading you on. It kind of suits his character, so he's definitely a buy from me as well.
But there's something that we haven't discussed yet.
No, now each one of these little characters are really lovely on their own.
Sure.
But when you put them together, something begins to happen.
They come alive?
No, they don't come alive, Ray. Calm down. No. They're just statues. Okay.
Right.
What happens is, you start to get a sense of how awesome they'd look standing together as the Justice League. And that means that if you collect them all, you would have a 3D version of Jim Lee and Scott Williams' cover to show off.
And that would be freaking awesome.
Absolutely would be.
Not as cool as if they did come alive, though, I have to say.
Right, that's it. It's time out for you. Go sit in the corner.
Where Evil Al is tied up?
No, the other one.
Good.